Well, the players are getting ready. Have a point to prove. India, after a poor performance in England. England, however, will look to continue their good form. They've been in England against India. So the Indian boys, plenty of new faces. Can the youth, with the exuberance, provide India with some positive results in the one-day series that is just going to happen? Expecting this to be a cracker. This is where we are. It's the Airtel India vs England series 2011. The first one international here, Rajiv Gandhi International Stadium here in Hyderabad. And it's going to be a fantastic contest with two very good teams. India have a lot of youngsters. England have a lot of youngsters and experience and the winning momentum.
So the first ball, Dresden to Patel.
Decent pace and carry there by Tim Dresden. That'll excite him, that'll encourage him. Ball into an orthodox field with a third man and a fine leg. Two slips, nothing out of the ordinary to start with. No real improvisation from Alistair Cook at the moment. Just a normal field and just trying to feel their way into the game.
First runs on the board. This pitch doesn't have too much grass on it, but I've seen some really good pitches here where the ball comes onto the bat, the bounce is nice and even, encourages stroke play.
It does seem to be coming on. It seems a nice bounce as well, and if this carries on throughout the game, it's going to be a high-scoring game, especially with all the players playing T20 cricket in the recent history. It's added to the shot repertoire of the batters. It's added to the run rate of 50-over cricket, and it's going to be exciting for the first 10 overs of the mandatory power plays to see how they play. No real swing from Tim Dresden. And I don't know if that's just because of I think the wind's going against his natural outswing at the moment. And I wonder who gets the choice of ends. Obviously, I think it'll be Steve Finn at the other end, who's tall, got an extra yard of pace, a little bit more bouncy. Will Tim Dresden, as the senior player, get the choice of ends, or do you think it'll be whoever's end suits them best? Because I think the far end from Tim Dresden should have been the right choice for him.
Wide signal, didn't bounce much. What we'll have to see with this track in particular is out there for a toss. It did look a little dry. I think the spinners will come into play. Also, initially, at times you do get the bounce a little uneven. It can be too paced.
I was lucky enough to play out here in the qualifying for the Champions League on this exact ground, and yes, there was an occasional deviation of bounce, but not too many.
The one thing for sure is once the ball loses its hardness, you'll see the difference in pace as well. The ball really won't come onto the bat as well as it would normally do. So I think these first 10 overs of power play important. Remember, you've got two new balls, a new ball at each end.
Yeah, there's a couple of new rule changes. First of all, there's the two new balls from both ends. Second one's going to get the captains thinking. They're going to have to put their thinking caps on, is that the power play has to be taken from the 16th to the 40th over. You can't just go straight off from the 10 overs and get your fielding power play out of the way, and the batting power play has to be taken within the 40th.
And just stopping on the batsman. 4 for no loss. So the Indian team for today's game, it's not Gautam Gambhir, but it's Ajinkya Rahane batting at the top of the order. Gambhir will come at 3. He's back in the side. There's Kohli, Raina, Dhoni, Jadeja. So there is depth in batting. 5 bowlers. You see Jadeja there, Ashwin, the 2 spinners, Vinay Kumar, Praveen Kumar and Umesh Yadav getting an opportunity. Stephen, quickest of the England bowlers, will share the attack with Tim Bresnan. 7 wickets, average of 40. It's an exciting find for England.
That's what England at the moment has got. They've got strength in depth. They've got a squad to pick from rather than just 11 or 12 players that are around. They've got a squad of 15, 16 players. Ian Bell being fantastic batsman over the last couple of series, being given a break.
Down the leg side, wide will be signalled.
And what you notice is lack of bounce. Stephen's 6'7". He's one of the quickest English bowlers, one of the tallest England bowlers. You'd expect a little bit more bounce from Stephen. Yes, it was down the leg side. Craig Keyswetter is going to have a hard job keeping on a pitch that bowls twice to the keeper.
Let's put it this way, this is not a 300 surface. If you can get to about 240, 250, it will be more than a competitive score.
And that's what the players are going to have to get on board quickly. You talk about adapt to the condition. You've got to be proactive. You can't just react, and the opening batsman can't afford to go bang ho and lose 4 or 5 quick wickets. And the other rules that we didn't get onto, the batsman can be dismissed obstructing the field if they change their course. If the throw's coming in and they change the course in line of the ball, they can be given out. They can't have any runners anymore, which I'm quite pleased about, because batters always try to get somebody else to do the hard work. The bowlers have to run in and bowl. The batsmen just like to stand there and hit it and get somebody else to run from that. That's been outlawed, and the bowlers can run them out if they're trying to sneak up too quickly.
Now, did that carry? It looked a straightforward chance. Jonathan Trott is the man there. Outside edge.
It looked straight in the breadbasket for my liking, and this is heartbreaking for an opening bowler to produce such a ball straight in one of the easiest chances you'd like to catch. Not normally a slipper. You normally see Graham Swan at first slip. Alistair Cook's very good slipper. Jonathan Trott, not the most agile fielders. So is he hiding at slip?
That was a sitter. Sweetly timed. He should get 2. It was almost as if Jonathan Trott had too much time.
And how often do you see that? You see a drop catch followed normally by a 4. Only 2 this time, but it's a perfect line, perfect length, a little bit of shape, and it almost died on him. It almost didn't come too quickly. I think he might have thought the catch was coming a little bit quicker than it was. It actually seemed to dip on him and try to just hit his fingers at the last minute instead of just carrying on. Eight catches in 36 matches. Not normally at slip, most probably out in the outfield there. And the last ball we saw a little bit of nip back in, and the bowlers will be happy that they've got 2 new balls. I used to play with 2 new balls in South Africa, and Herman Backus was at the other end, who didn't hit the seam too often, so I was happy with my ball, looking after my ball for my 5 overs and nobody missing the seam.
Hoggy, what I want to ask you, how will this affect reverse swing? You played in these conditions. When there was one ball, the ball would reverse around the 30th over or so, between the 30th and 35th over. Will that be affected?
I think it will. I was going to say there will be a 25 overall ball, and if you look around the outfield, it's lush green. The other used pitches are not in the firing line where fielders want to throw it in one bounce to scuff one side up if they're trying to get it to reverse. So I don't think we'll see too much.
It's 8 for no loss. nicely timed. First boundary of the game. Over pitched on middle and leg. And the balance was good there from Parthiv Patel when he played it.
A little bit of overcorrection from Tim Bresnan. You bowl one that's short and wide outside the off stump. You try to correct that and say, right, I need to bring it a little bit closer, a little bit fuller, and you've dished up a nice juicy half volley on leg stump and easily dealt with.
Now they all appeal. They're celebrating. Parthiv Patel, one gets the feeling, knows inside that he could be in trouble.
He almost seems to be walking off. If Stephen Finn's got anything on this, I think he knows that he's being left short.
I think he knows he's in big trouble here. Now the thing to be seen is, did he get his fingertips? Yes, touched it there, he's gone.
And Patel's already walking off. And how agonising is that as a batter?
Now, did he touch it?
I think he did. He all celebrated an appeal almost instantly. I think we can see his fingers just touch it, and it just has to be a feather. It doesn't have to be a massive deflection. He just needs to have his fingertips on it. And I think you'll find that that's going to be the first wicket to England, not to the bowler.
I think he's got some fingers there. There's no doubt about that. So Parthiv Patel will consider himself unlucky. He'll have to go. The red light being flashed. So India have lost their first wicket. Patel gone for 9. It's 17 for 1. So Gautam Gambhir comes out to the middle. He won't be on strike. He's the birthday boy celebrating his 30th birthday today. It's 17 for 1. Lovely shot. This one is even better than the one earlier in the over. That was Rane. This was Gambhir standing up tall and striking it up.
Two new balls, no swing. The advantage of being a left-hander, if there's no swing, then everything's going across you. It just gives you that little bit of width to free your arms, but you've still got to execute the shot well, and that's exactly what Gambhir did.
That's a good shot, off the back foot, shot and wide. That'll go all the way. The boundary to finish the over, 32 for 1 India.
That's his area of strength. He likes to hit it just in front of the square and behind square. Extra bit of bounce. He did well to reach out for it and gets the gap, more importantly. Second boundary that for Gautam Gambhir. It's gone to the boundary. Good effort in the deep. It's a very, very quick outfield. And Gambhir is now getting a move on.
That's Kevin Peterson for you. Should have stopped that. Just got a bit napping in the third man region. Didn't expect the ball to come to him so quickly. There you see. He reached it. That should have been stopped. Just got surprised with the pace. Didn't expect the ball to come down to third man. And he's not happy.
11 overs bowled, 50 for 1. No power plays between 11 and 15 overs, which normally the bowling side would have taken. New rules. Ram Swan into the attack. Be interesting to see. He does get a bit of turn. Bowls exceptionally well. Look at that economy. Under 4.5 and plenty of wickets to go with that.
And the best bit about it is Shiva, he plays in conditions which don't help spin bowling. In England, in Australia, where the wickets are conducively made for the seamers. And he's got a fantastic strike rate, a very good test record as well. He's been the major difference in this English squad. Many a times in the past, you travel to that country, you see the quakes away, and then when it comes to the turn of spinners, you feel that's the time to get runs. But he's put the pressure on even after the seamers have gone away, have finished their spell. And that's why he's such a very good bowler. There's no DRS in this series. There have been issues with the hot spot, issues with the Hawkeye, and very rightly so. The technology has been inconclusive, and the best way to do it is to keep it away. Leave it on the umpires. If you can't get it perfect, don't use it. Graham Swan bowls a lot in the power play for England, picks wickets for them as well. It'll be important to see the ploy Ajinkya Rahane takes against him. Gautam Gambhir, a left-hander on the other side. The ball will go away from him. India 51 for 1, a steady start. There you see Gautam Gambhir having a word with Ajinkya Rahane, trying to sort out that if somebody needs to go after Swan, it's got to be the right-hander.
To go after him straight away, or just wait and assist how he's bowling on this pitch.
There you see Graham Swan. A lot of effort. Quite different from the Indian spinners of the old Shiva, the likes of Prasanna, Harbhajan Singh, who would like to toss the ball. And there you see a wicket. Invariably he does it. Bowls in the death, and how many times has he done it in the first over?
Beautifully bowled. Just a little bit of drift in the air, no turn after that. Ajinkya Rahane, who's been slow, looking to go after the bowling. 41 deliveries for his 15, looking for a boundary down the ground. Looking at a little bit of drift, that's enough to get him out, and no turn after that. Very well bowled by Graham Swan.
Surprised by his intent. Ajinkya Rahane out for 15, India 52 for 2.
The next
Rahane, the man dismissed.
Virat Kohli.
Promising young batsman comes out to bat. Virat Kohli. Slipped in position now, attacking England.
Very rightly, Graham Swan. If England can get a wicket here, bring in Raina and Dhoni, two very good one-day players. There you see the previous delivery. A wicket-taking delivery, expecting the ball to turn, and what surprised me most is he tried to hit through the offside. We always talk about hitting the ball with the turn. There you see Virat Kohli hitting it with the turn, which Ajinkya Rahane didn't do, and India 53 for 2 after 12.
There's a man out at long on, just short, and it's a boundary to finish the over. Not quite a half chance, and Gambia survives. 66 for 2. Would you take the power play now, Sunil? If you were Alistair Cook, would you have taken it or wait for a wicket?
Well, I think because the batsmen are trying to settle down, it would be a good idea to take it and finish off with it. Because once the batsmen start to play the big shots, then you want more protection outside. So it's always a good idea. Try and take the power play when the batsmen are looking for singles. He's dived for it, but he's still going up to the third umpire.
Well, my gut feel that he's made it, perhaps because of the dive. Gambia was actually struggling at the bowler's end, but the throw came into the keeper and home. The very fast and dynamic Virat Kohli, safe.
Yes, and I think because we've been talking about how the bowlers, how the batsmen should be having the bat in which hand when they're at the non-striker's end, it's also important to have a look at the way Kohli has dived and the way he's got the bat with the face down. That's also an important factor. He hit the ball straight there. Now have a look. He's gone with the face, dive with the face of the bat down, which means the bat will not be tilted up when he falls down. That's also an important aspect of diving for the crease now.
And also, it's only because he did dive. You do definitely gain a foot in the tests I've done with the boys I coach. Quite fun getting to run off a few yards and dive in. It's interesting the taking of a power play, because I think you should view it as a positive as a bowling side, to go, right, we can only have 3 out, but that might encourage them to hit out like Rahini did and pick up a wicket. While Swan now has long off and long on. And a deep backward square, who will probably keep this to a single. Now they're back for 2. And it's 71 for 2. Kohli's looking for 2. He's quick and he's going to get back.
Excellently done by young Virat Kohli. As soon as he hit the ball, he knew where the fielder was. He knew there was an extra run in it. Look at the way he's charged. Gambhir is taking it quite easy. Wasn't very certain where they wanted to come, but Gambhir knew that he would be not in danger. The throw would come to the wicketkeeper and not to his end. So he took it a little bit easy.
Mid-on, will get round and keep it to a single. Bowling with good pace, Jay Dernbach. He's clocking up 90 miles an hour in his first spell. He's a tall man, he gets a bit of bounce. Had a wonderful season with Surrey. Having to think about his bowling here, because it's a right-hander on striking Kohli. Now it's Gambhir, the left-hander, where he's going to maybe skip down. And a bit of luck. Leading edge just popping up short.
He's still not at his best, Gautam Gambhir. Still struggling with the footwork. We'll have a look at this. Really, the foot hasn't gone anywhere there, trying to work the ball away to the onside, getting a leading edge. Luckily for him, it didn't go too high up in the air to allow the fielder to get under it. He's just come back to top-grade cricket, Gautam Gambhir. After that concussion that he suffered in the Oval Test, hasn't played much. Played in the Champions League.
Appeal, big appeal for LBW. The fingers up. The end of Gambhir. The slower ball from Dernbach, beautifully bowled. Gambhir expected it to be higher. It dipped on him. And up went the finger. A vital, vital breakthrough for England.
Well, he does bowl that ball very well, doesn't he, Dernbach? We've seen that in England. Look at that. Very little change in the run-up or in the action. And, well, it hit him on the knee roll as he tried to move to the offside. And it would have gone on to hit the middle end next time. The crooked finger comes up. And Gautam Gambhir is out, and India 79 for 3.
Suresh Raina, the new batsman to the crease. Batting average of 35. Wonderful striker of the ball. And a dot ball to finish the over. 79 for 3.
Now, as a captain, you've got your 5 main bowlers. You've got a Ravi Papar who's more than capable of propelling a few overs. When do you put Ravi on and saying, look, if he can get me 3 or 4 overs in, I've got more options at the death. I don't have to just bowl my 5 frontline seamers or my 5 frontline bowlers. I've got a little bit more option at the death in case one travels. I'd like to see Ravi introduced fairly quickly.
It will be in the next 4 or 5 overs if he has to bowl. That's well played. The 100 comes up for India with that single. It's been hard work for the batsmen, but they've applied themselves in this partnership. 21 from 32. Fine shot. And good work in the deep. Samit Patel is the man there. That was cracked off the back foot.
I take it all back. He moved like a gazelle. Fielded well, and what more can he do?
Goes again. Again work for Samit Patel. Well, he's been kept busy in the deep. Another couple of runs. Just a little bit on the shorter side here, Swan.
I know he's a spinner, but when you bowl in a spell, the last thing you want to do is to chase the balls on the boundary. And he'll be gasping quite hard. Go!
You see Graham Swan around the off stump to the left-handers, to the right-handers. He's more off stump, outside the off stump.
We haven't seen a lot of turning in this game, so the batsmen are happy to use the feet to get down the wicket to Swan. I think you find if it's turning a little bit more, they'll be more reluctant to do that, and they'd have been sitting back in the crease and trying to play off the back foot rather than coming down the ground.
Eight runs of the over, 107 for 3. Three wickets have fallen in this innings. The first to go was Partha Patel in this fashion. Stephen Flynn just getting his fingertips. The ball going back to hit the stumps. Patel short of his ground. Oh, that should be 4. Casual attempt in the deep. It was Kevin Peterson. And the first boundary in a long time. In 9 overs to be exact. He'll be disappointed there, Peterson. Just a one-handed effort.
It's the first real shine of aggression we've seen. Hasn't really bounced that high. He's done very well to get it there. But we've seen some very good... Oh, you would be very upset as a bowler with that attempt by Kevin Peterson.
Yes, they set high standards. They worked extremely hard on their fielding. And sometimes it's a lapse like that can release the pressure. It's a boundary that's come after a long time. Now, has he got a finger to it? Are we going to get another dismissal by way of a run out?
First thing we need to look at is it touched the bowler. Rather Papara dive, not Papara, Samit Patel dive and gets a hand on it. He's got fingers on it. So he's definitely got fingers on there. Now we need to go roll the video on and see if the bat is in the air or in or down.
Could be in trouble here. Could be in real trouble here. Ooh, this is touch and go. Are the bails dislodged now? Is the bat in the air when the bail is dislodged?
I think we can just see the bail coming up I think the frame before shows the bat on the line, and of course the line belongs to the fielding side, so it's a very tight call, but my initial reaction is out.
Very tight call. He rules in favour of the batsman. A huge sigh of relief there for Suresh Raina.
Another piece of controversy. It's another one for the ICC to have a look at.
Tight one. The moment you find an umpire looking at it again and again and again, you somehow get the feeling it'll go in favour of the batsman. 7 of the over. It's 114 for 3.
It's Alistair Cook, his first tour as captain in the subcontinent. Always difficult for captains coming overseas to have an early part of their career in these conditions, but he learned. As Bopara did very well in the one-day series in England, played well under pressure. And there's Samit Patel once again. Well, he's been different, Samit Patel, on the field for England. We saw that in the one-day series and a few misfields here as well. Just gives me a feeling he's a bit nervy when he's got the ball in his hand. Head down to long on. (37 of 61 deliveries for Virat Kohli. All round the wicket, but predominantly on the onside. Just like all Indian players, very strong on the pads.
No boundaries. That's a bit of a surprise. Runs just coming in singles now for India.
Also speaks about Kohli's maturity. And it's been a difficult wicket, not that sort of a pitch where you could crash it through the covers, hit wherever you want, but he's grinded. And that's what you learn. Yeah, you see itching to get that boundary, but every time he doesn't reach the pitch, he pushes into the gaps for a single, which is a very good sign that he's learning fast, adapting to conditions. That's what's going to make him a better player.
Takes the aerial route, and it's been taken. Kevin Peterson taking a very, very good catch in the deep. And Virat Kohli can't believe that he's just thrown his wicket away.
An important wicket, a very important wicket for England, and a very good catch by Kevin Peterson. Has had a tough day in the field, but when the ball was in the air and when it mattered, he plucked it off. Umpires discussing Kohli on his way back, but it's a genuine catch. There you see, it's just slower in the air. The intentions were right from Virat Kohli, but just hitting the bottom of the bat, the extension of the arm was not there, and a very, very good catch by Kevin Peterson. Tall, 6 feet 4 inches, and he's used the height very, very well. India lose their 4th wicket, disappointed Virat Kohli. He's still waiting, but he's got to go. Out for 37 of 63 deliveries, India 123 for 4.
So India losing wickets at regular intervals. Gets in the captain now. Mahendra Singh Dhoni, very, very good average.
Terrific one-day record. Almost averaging 50. 6,000 runs. There's been a talk about him, unnecessary, after the tour of England. People asking whether the Midas touch has gone. Didn't have success in the Champions League, whether he needs a break. He's out here in the middle for India, 123 for 4 in a very crucial situation. A terrific one-day player. Very good record as captain. Just the perfect time for him. 123 for 4 India. Suresh Raina ticking off well. That's the wicket. Samit Patel of Virat Kohli not looking to spin that ball, darting it in, and Virat Kohli not getting enough leverage to clear the fielder. A very good catch by Peterson. Very, very good catch. Touched it well, remained calm, and made sure he's got it. And I don't know what he was trying to say, whether that was a 6 or it was an out, but it was out.
I think what he really meant was that was the distance between his leg and the boundary line, and it looked like a 6, the signal of a 6.
Exactly. Well, he was trying to say that I was that far inside. There you see it again. I am that far in. Very popular figure, Kevin Peterson. Terrific record in Test cricket. England expect a lot more for him in the shorter version of the game. A terrific player. It's important to see the strategy of Alistair Cook for now. Swan, his main bowler, really want to see an extra slip come in. Put the pressure on Suresh Raina, put the pressure on Dhoni. If they get a wicket from here, they can get India out for 200.
Yeah, Dhoni is just arrived at the crease. He'll take a bit of time to get used to this pitch. This is the time to attack Raina, because Raina will be looking to score.
And also it's that kind of a wicket, Shiva, where the big shots are not very easy to play. The boundaries have dried up. There you see a happy England dressing room. More so Alistair Cook try and bring in fielders in the catching areas. Put pressure on Raina. There you see, that's in the air again. Will it go all the way? No, it doesn't. Then carry to the man at long off. That's exactly what I mean when I say that it's not an easy wicket to hit over the top. There you see Raina getting to the pitch but not getting enough power behind the shot. Just landing short of Kevin Peterson once again. He's had to do a lot of running from mid-off. This part of the ground with that part. Very good over from Swan again. 3 from it. 126 for 4.
Again, looking to go over the infield. And just wide of the field and the deep. He likes to play the shot by allowing his footwork to get outside the line of leg stump and get beside the ball.
A terrific shot. That's the first boundary for Graham Swan as well. And there you see the shot. Terrific. Using his speed, getting to the pitch. Knew exactly where he wanted to hit it.
Shot. That's going to be 4. Pass backward point in a flash. You don't want to give MS Dhoni and that powerful bottom hand any room.
That is absolutely true. He brings his bottom hand into play, give him a little bit of width and he will punch through the covers. More importantly, he's got this great knack of finding the gaps.
Slow ball to finish the over. And what a shot. Melted through extra cover. 4 runs to finish. 11 off the par is over. 150 for 4. Nice shot in the gap and beaten the fielder, even though he was on the ring. Another boundary to the Indian captain.
And played with the full face of the bat as well. Through extra cover. And this is where he probably didn't bring too much of the bottom hand. Got the top hand into play as well. Very well executed. Gave himself just a little bit of room around the offside.
That's what you were talking about. Sunil, leg side. You only got to get a little bat on it, and it's away for a boundary. I think England got the plan wrong here to Raina. It's really putting the bowler under pressure to bowl fantastically accurately. No fine leg, and you're trying to bowl on leg stump. It's the first boundary off Dernbach, and it's a full toss. And Suresh Raina says thanks very much. He's moved to 42. 4 boundaries to Raina. Over the offside, cleared extra cover, and it's beaten mid-off. Another boundary to Raina. 50 partnership. Raina moves on to 49.
Well, he might not have connected it as well as he would have wanted it to, but it still had enough punch in it to take it to the boundary. Always seem to connect well on the offside. Doesn't seem to have the same punch as when he hits on the onside. On the onside, he invariably goes over the boundary. This was a length ball. I think he's kicking himself because of the length ball that he bowled.
Straight. What a way to bring up a 50. Straight for 6. Fabulous shot. And that's the danger of bowling a full length, but what a wonderful shot. 179 for 4.
Well, is it a length ball? Yes, it's a length ball, and that's what batsmen are looking for when they're looking to go over the top. And he's executed it with a perfect straight bat, and a terrific way to get to a half century.
Great shot. Beats long off. MS Dhoni is now enjoying the bowling.
Well, the Indians certainly making the most of the batting power play. and the field restrictions. The half volley driven straight back past the bowler. This is the six with which Suresh Raina got to a half century. It was a length ball and he hit it with a very straight bat.
Oh, wonderful batting. The confidence of the shot. No need to run. Beautifully placed over extra cover. And this bowling of a full length just has not worked for England.
Yes, because this time Dhoni has decided to go over the top. The previous one was it along the ground. This is just an inside and out. One bounce over the crowd, taking the front foot out of the way. Not too much, just a little bit. And look at the way he's opened the face of the bat.
Oh, that could be a no ball. Over waist height. And it is. Stephen Finn has gone consecutive boundaries. And he's missed his Yorker by a good 3 foot.
This is a very tough time for skippers when the batsmen are batting well, taking advantage of the batting power play, getting the boundaries. And that's why Alistair Cook taking his time, trying to make Steve Finn settle down as well. Quinn bowled very well at the start of the innings.
Suresh Raina has brought up the first half century by a batsman of this match so far. This is some of his delightful shots over extra cover. You've got to know where the fielders are on the ground, and then to bring up his 50, a beautiful straight six, the shot of the day for me.
He looks a completely different player in coloured clothing, Suresh Raina.
Now, there's a man out at long off, and it's just gone over him. He was very interested for a moment. Raina's heart would have been in his mouth. The boundaries here are quite long, but enough of the bat just to clear Bopara at long off.
Yes, didn't quite get hold of it as he did to get to the half century, but still had enough on it to take it over Ravi Bopara. 2 consecutive sixes then for Suresh Raina.
And that's what we normally associate Raina with, the follow-through. Watch. The contact with the ball and then this extension way behind his head. This one's gone straight up in the air. There's a call from backward point. And it's taken. Bairstow, the catcher. Quite often you find him with wicket-keeping gloves on, but he's also a good fielder. And that is the end of Raina. Another attempted big blow. And finally England have broken the partnership.
Yes, this was a little bit angled across Raina. Raina going for the big hit, slicing the ball up in the air. As you said, Bairstow normally keeps wickets. It takes it over his head. And it's 195 for 5.
India 195 for 5. Ravindra Jadeja, another left-hander to replace Suresh Raina, whose fine innings has come to an end. Still 11 overs left. Slip in place. Finn is finding a touch of reverse swing away from the left-handers, which will give him the confidence that he may find an edge. And he's just saying, I want you at first slip. Oh, well ball. There's that bit of shape away. And nearly an edge. 195 for 5. Well, Manhattan has really climbed in this power play. 4 overs of the power play gone. 45 runs have been scored. The last over from Finn went for 16 and got a wicket. This has been all-action cricket the last 4 overs and brought this crowd to life. 1 over remaining. Dernbach is replacing Bresnan. MS Dhoni on strike. And a slow ball. And it's beaten everybody. MS Dhoni left it. It may well be a wide. And up comes the 200, because that's a wide, signal 4. So they'll get 5 to the total.
Well, he's got it completely wrong. He bowled that slower ball well. Back of the hand delivery. But first up, he got it completely wrong. There it is, bouncing again. And, well, some wicket keepers would suggest that he should have tried to get his body behind the ball.
Another slower ball, a single. Alistair Cook just trying to calm people down out on the field. It was poor keeping from Keysweather. A real shocker. 25 balls for the last 50. And there has been a wicket, and that was Suresh Raina. He wasn't sure where the ball went. He had a big swing. He knew he hadn't got it in the middle. Bairstow, fingers pointing up. Catches cleanly, a little roll. And England celebrates somewhat subduely because of the previous deliveries and the previous few overs. And Jadeja's away.
This is the last of the batting power play. Over 6-7 runs have already come off it. 2 runs off the bat. There were 5 wides of the first delivery that was bowled. India need Dhoni to stay right till the end. Then they'll get a very good score. They should get about 250 plus.
There's the projected totals at the current rate, 5.14. If that remains the rate for the rest of the innings, and India bat their overs, they'll make 257. And I think anything over 250, MS Dhoni will feel he's a very good chance. With a bit of uneven bounce, a couple of spinners in his side. And 4 runs. Beautiful shot. Eased in the air, but wide of mid-off. Jadeja's just come to the crease. That's very bold. Very bold indeed.
Yes, he's full of confidence after the one-day series in England, where he came in and scored 70 straight away. Very well executed this shot. Again, a length ball. Fielder in the circle, 30-yard circle at mid-off. No protection for the bowler. Didn't even try to hit it too hard. He made sure that he got the connection right. That was important.
I wonder if this might be the slower ball. There's a slip in place. No, he's gone for the body. That's a leg by. But another run to the total. One ball remaining, and then Alistair Cook will breathe a sigh of relief. And I can now, if I want, have 5 men on the boundary. This power play really has not worked for England. I'm not sure their plan, which they may have come out with, might have been a plan before the match and the night before, was the plan to go for. Sometimes as a captain, you've got to change your mind, go with your gut. And this full length hasn't worked for them. Jade back disappointed. 209 for 5.
India now out on the 40th over is 200. loss of 5 wickets.
Short top edge. We'll have to wait and see whether it goes all the way.
That hurried him. There's no doubt about that. He was surprised by that short ball. That was more an instinctive reaction from Dhoni.
There you see the top edge. Very quick hands. And the Indian did play well. Just falling short. Deep fine leg boundary. Very fast hands by Mahendra Singh Dhoni.
That's beautifully played. That's a quality shot because it was intentional. He knew exactly what he was doing, not trying to hit it too hard, just focusing on placement.
That's a terrific cricket shot. It's never easy. There you see firing it in Samit Patel and just eased it over covers. That's the strength and the power of that man. That's why he's so dangerous. He can hit boundaries at will.
Dhoni will look for two here. And it's an excellent half century for the Indian captain. His fourth in a row. And all against England. But this is a beautifully paced innings. It's 236 for 5.
That's powerfully struck. Well, he'll be disappointed, Dhoni. Just got too close to the delivery to get the elevation. But just see the power. Just get a feeling he's going to tee off soon. 51 of 49 deliveries at a strike rate of 104. Tough situations, not a that's it straight. Will that go all the way? Yes. Well, it was coming.
Well, you could see he was itching. Excellent use of the feet this time. He didn't try and drag the ball on the onside. He just held his position, held his posture, just went straight down the ground. You see good balance. Didn't try and drag it, just went through with the shot. He knew it was 6 the moment he hit it. Goes again. This is higher. And it's longer. And it brings up the 50-run partnership. Just 35 balls for that 50. Consecutive sixes here for the left-hander.
Well, it's different conditions, different situation, and it's been hard work for the English bowlers. From outside off stump, standing at the crease and just an extension of the arm. That's how dangerous it is. Well played. Straight to the fielder. A big over for India. 14 already and still a delivery to go. Just pushed on in the last 10 overs, India. A partnership of 55 deliveries, 55 runs from 36 deliveries. There you see again, hit firmly down the ground. 15 from the over, still 5 to go in India, 251 for 5.
Oh, short arm jab, but he'll find the man at long on. Comes back for 2. In fact, it's gone through for 4. Have a look at the bat speed on this shot. He might have not got the elevation, but this is like a top spin shot you see in table tennis.
The helicopter shot. That's something which Peterson should have stopped. He's had a tough day on the field. Here you see. Call it the helicopter shot. Peterson reached it and very ordinary fielding. He's had a tough day on the field. That should have been 2, not 4. And he knows that. Heads down.
Once the singles sent back. He's given him. He got into a great position, Billy Bowden, so didn't need to ask for the third umpire, but this is very good cricket from Tim President. Excellent cricket because he recovered quickly on his follow-through. Yes, no, he was sent back. And then Bingo hitting the stumps on the full. So crucial partnership being broken here. Jadeja doing his job. He goes for 27. It's 260 for 6. 260 for 6. 46 overs have been bowled, so 4 overs to go. Ashwin is the man who's come out to the centre. India losing Jadeja of the last ball of the previous over. Good piece of cricket from Tim Bresnan.
What will be important for Alistair Cook at this stage is not to give Ashwin the easy singles. Try and keep Mahendra Singh Dhoni off strike as much as he can. Just get a feeling the fielders are a bit too deep. Get in and stop the single. If you put Mahendra Singh Dhoni on strike in this form, he'll clear the boundaries. Put the third man behind. There you see outside edge, a very good delivery. But an outside edge and will take all the way to the boundary. That's why you need smartness. That's what Alistair Cook needs to learn. Get the deep square leg in, put the third man just to put doubts in the batsman's mind. It's that just a fraction of a second. Unlucky. When you play well, things go your way, and that's happened for Mahendra Singh Dhoni.
And that's a busy area in one-day cricket, especially when you're looking to score at a fair clip. Just feel this track is a little different. The ball really came on to that. The bat on that surface, this one a little slower. I think the spinners will come into play, and India's got plenty of them. I think the battle is going to be how the England batsmen adapt to the Indian spinners and how they take them on. I think that's going to be the key right through this one-day series, and more so today.
And the middle order, the likes of Bairstow, who showed a lot of promise on the tour of England, got a 50-ball 100 in a warm-up game here. Bairstow, Bopara, the big hitters of the cricket ball. The problem with England in the past where there are not enough power hitters. There you see, inside edge, and that will go all the way. The angles have been different for Alistair Cook. The square leg much in front of the wicket. So anything down the leg side edge will go for 4. There you see, trying to hit through mid-wicket, inside edge. No chance for anyone. Unlucky Bresnan, intentions were good. Pitched it full and up. Well, that's what it is, bowling in these conditions. It's never easy. Sixes. It's amazing, isn't it? Terrific television coverage. Just makes cricket so better. And that's the helicopter shot. Does it go all the way? Yes, it does. That's his power. And that's why the change of the bat. A heavier one at the bottom. Pitch it up, and that goes over long on.
Have a look at the crowd, the men in blue. What he's done is put pressure on Finn straight away, dropped back into the attack. That's a terrific shot. Look how far back he's in the crease to get the elevation. Not easy to come under such balls. It demands tremendous bat speed, a lot of strength in generating that bat speed, and some great work with the wrists as well. Now, where does Finn go now? The field placing for him is there is a man at long off, there is long on, so which means he's got fine leg and third man up in the circle. Dhoni would be aware of that.
Very well bowled. That's out. Very good work by Stephen Finn. It's quick onto the delivery and he's hit the stumps. There you see it in normal speed. Good delivery, good work by the bowler, and great stuff. India lose their 7th wicket. Ashwin run out for 8. 282 for 7. Praveen Kumar's come in, and he will not defend for sure. We'll have to see the lens. Stephen Finn bowled to him 57 matches. He can bat, and more importantly, he can hit. That's what you require in this situation.
The length could be different here. See a little bit shorter. Well, that's what he's got to do, try and give Dhoni the strike. He can use the long handle to good effect as well, Praveen Kumar. I've seen him in the past in a couple of one-day games, him smacking it, but that's the reason why he's there. Again, good fitness shown there by Finn, recovering quickly on his follow-through, bending low. whipping off the bails. Ashwin well short of his ground. Would you expect run-outs in a situation like this? You want to run for everything. What India need in these 9 balls now is at least for Dhoni to play 6 out of them. 6 out of 9, you can get a couple of big hits and you're inching towards 300. There's one, smash down the ground. Have a look at that. Now that's gone like a tracer bullet.
That's for me is the shot of the game. It's just wow. Terrific power. Keep hitting them, MS. There you see the big heavy bat coming down. That's what you come to watch in one-day cricket. Get out of the way, Finn. It's Dhoni's time. There you see terrific power, terrific bat swing. Those big forearms. Where will this one go now? That's over point. Fantastic display. Keep bowling and I'll hit you wherever I want to.
And you often ask how he generates this bat speed. Saurabh mentioned his forearms, but have a look at that grip on the bat. It's right at the bottom. So the control on the bat is a lot better. And you can see the work with the bottom hand. They're just opening the face of the plate. It was intentional. He knows where the field is. This is excellent batting. He's way back in the crease so that he can get under the ball and get the elevation.
Absolute complete idea of where the fields are. And no change in the field yet. Where's this one going? Well bowled. 16 of the over. Well, welcome to the subcontinent, Stephen Finn. 292 for 7.
49 overs have been bowled and MS Dhoni has moved to 80 from just 64. So he's really turned it on in the second half of his innings. He's on strike now and he'll be eyeing that onside field. There's a huge gap between long on and square leg.
Just
we'll
20 short of his
the umpire's signal here. No signal from Billy Bowden. A deep mid-wicket, there is a man there. In fact, 3 men on the boundary there. Long on, deep mid-wicket, square leg.
That's a wide. Alistair Cook's captaincy under pressure has been ordinary.
But the break has to be 30 minutes in the new rules. Now that deflection from Praveen Kumar will give Dhoni 2. But otherwise that would have gone straight to the man at long on. Could have got a single because he'd hit it really hard. But now gets to keep the strike. Now when he's in this mood, I think it's not just the bowler who has to worry. It has to be the umpire, the non-striker. Now some words exchanged there, but it wasn't intentional from Praveen Kumar. He's got every right to run.
Well, the wrestlers back in action.
Again 2. Dhoni wants it, he'll get it. He wants to keep as much of the strike as possible. What's interesting to see is where Praveen Kumar is standing at the non-striker's end. He's drawn a little wider because he knows he's in the firing line, as is Billy Bowden.
In the slog overs, he'll punish you. He'll hit the ball wherever he wants to. We'll have to see what Billy Bowden's looking for. There you see the shot which hit Praveen Kumar in his pads. Don't exactly know what's the reason why this conversation, this argument. Probably Praveen Kumar running on the pitches. And Billy Bowden interferes. Hey guys, relax.
297 now, the score. There is a man in the deep. Dhoni wants to. He'll have to hurry. And he makes his ground. So the target for England now, with 2 balls to go, is definitely 300. 299 for 7. This is a tremendous performance by India in the last 15 overs or so.
He's done it so many times. Saw that in the England series. He's come in at a crucial situation and just hit the ball. Well, it's hard work. He knows he's got to bowl to Dhoni again. That's understandable. But he's bowled well. There has been no change in the fields from Alistair Cook. Not a word spoken to the bowler. Just hope for the best.
He has got to pick the slower one. Swings, misses. But he's got so much variety done back that even as a batsman you're guessing as to what he's going to come up with. And when he bowls full, he has the ability to bowl that good line outside the off stump and full.
It'll also be a learning curve for him in these conditions. And the reason he's done so well, better than the rest of the English bowlers, is because he's got a very good slower ball. Still one more delivery to go. India 299 for 7. Another magnificent knock by Dhoni. 86 of just 69 deliveries. Last ball of the innings.
Can he finish it off in style? Oh, good delivery. Excellent delivery. Another good slower ball to end the innings. So very good performances. 161 runs coming in the last 16 overs. And Mahendra Singh Dhoni leading from the front. 87 from just 70. Which means, and it's with 10 boundaries, 1-6. So there you go, that's what England need. 301 runs to win from their 50 overs, and they'll have to go at over 6 runs per over.
So target now, pretty big one. 301 runs to win. The rate will be a little over 6. Out of 568 matches, England have gone past, chased 200 only twice. Last time they chased over 300 against India. It was a tight game. Time to say good evening to Matthew Hogarth.
Good evening. And he said it's going to be a challenging total for England to chase. A lot's going to depend on the start they get. Obviously, Craig Keswada is a fantastic striker of the ball. He's done good things in the T20 in the first 6 overs. He's now got 10 overs in the power play to go and express himself and get England off to a good start. And I think it's Alistair Cook that's not too happy about the people that are still trying to find their seats above the sight screen. And the Indians just taking the opportunity to have a little chat and make sure that all their plans that they put in place during the break are cemented in their mind, and they know exactly where their first ball's going to be bowled.
It's a very strong offside field. He'll be looking to shape the ball away from the left-hander.
Yeah, it's a good field. No great pace there by Kumar. And Alistair Cook's very strong off his legs, very good at tucking the ball away on the onside. So to take the ball away from Alistair Cook and make him cover drive, he doesn't get that far forward in his searches for the ball at times. But I think this is a very good field for Alistair Cook. Make him hit through the offside and don't play to his strengths.
He's got to be consistent, because the first 10 overs will probably give us an indication how the chase will go on. He's had this problem before. Billy Bowden straight away on the danger area.
And that's just a little bit of a niggly doubt in the back of your bowler's mind. If you run up and the bowler and the umpire's already on your case about running on the danger area, it's just something else to worry about. And when you've got the new ball in India, you've got to make it count. And you can see the seam pointing away from Alistair Cook, trying to get it towards the slips, trying to bowl that outswinger. We didn't see a lot of swinging in the first innings. Obviously, underneath lights, might just zip on a little bit more. Might just see a little bit more movement underneath the lights. But the pitch has been quite true, as in the case of sideways movement, but not too true in the case of up and down and vertical movement.
Especially when two batsmen get set and they go after the bowlers, it looks so much simpler.
You've got to take time to get set though. And England at the moment, no runs off full balls. It's now pressure. Alistair Cook's been known to have a very good temperament and a very good brain on him. He's not going to get flustered too often, but no runs at the moment. It's going to just play on his brain a little bit. And I love the new fielding now. They've taken a slip out. They've put another. They've got an extra cover catching, but then they've got a very straight. I can describe him as a mid-off, a straight mid-off catching right next to the field to stop Alistair Cook driving straight down the ground. And this it shows how Dhoni's thinking about the game. It's showing what he's learnt from the first innings.
Big appeal. It's none for none.
Fantastic start for India. Now again, a maiden over won't fluster Alistair Cook too much, but Craig Kieswetter now going to be thinking, it's my job to get England off to a good start. We've just lost 6 balls, not scored off that over. It's my job to get some boundaries, and I like this fielding position again. We've got a very square point just in front of point, and is very close. And that again has shown. I think that'll be stemming from Duncan Fletcher. Duncan Fletcher's analysed the England team. He'll analyse every batter, where they hit it, where they're more likely to get out, and he's been putting into place the plans for each bowler to bowl at each batter.
So Vinay Kumar has got to get in a good spell as well, try and create the pressure in the first 10 overs. Good release. Just a little bit of movement after pitching.
Not a huge amount of batting. Look, his bat is at an angle. It's not come down straight. A little bit of inside out. It's Craig Kieswetter. He likes to hit the ball through the offside.
He'll get a boundary. First runs on the board.
And if that was MS Dhoni at that end, that ball would disappear through mid-wicket. But because it's Craig Kieswetter, he likes to play straight, he likes to play inside out. That ball maybe middle, going down the leg, and he's hit that straight as a die and past the despairing dive of the fielder. So that'll settle Craig's nerves down a little bit. He's got off with a boundary, and it'll be business as usual.
Lucky to get away with that. Straying onto the pads. Just the 3 fielders on the leg side.
And having praised him for playing straight, he's now just tried to hit that one, I think, a little bit too square, and paid the price of missing out and hitting the pads. If he'd tried to hit that more mid-on, I think he'd have got another 4 for it.
Walked away fine. Bit of work to do. The man at fine leg. Praveen Kumar will come around and cut it. Another couple for Kieswetter.
And obviously Craig Kieswetter has been playing for Somerset in the in the Champions League, and he took them to a semi-final. He's played out here for a while now. He's played a number of games, so he knows the conditions inside out, and he's come from opening the batting in T20, so he'll be looking to get the scoring right up and off. And if he can play like he does in the T20 for more than 6 overs, for 8 or 9 overs, England will be well on the way to chasing this total down.
Change in field now. There's a man at slip, man at short point. 2 men catching. The short point remains where he is. Man at short square leg.
Yes, backward square leg, very short, and it just shows the Indians have done the homework. They've planned this series. It'll be Duncan Fletcher that have been sat down with the likes of Eric Simons and Trevor Penny working out exactly the plans.
Be a single to end the over. 7 for no loss. Big deviation, he's gone. Praveen Kumar strikes. It's the danger man. He's better, getting a healthy edge. And the Indian captain completing a neat catch.
We saw Stephen Finn in the first inning produce a similar sort of ball, and having the batsman dropped at first slip, Kumar now produced another very good delivery, bolt upright seam, a little bit of a way movement, and MS Dhoni didn't make the same mistake, but it didn't go in cleanly. It might be a ground that's very difficult to catch.
Gone for 7 and 7 for 1. So India striking early. Danger man comes in at number 3, Kevin Peterson. Like you mentioned, Matthew's average has come down, but he can be dangerous when he's in good form.
He can be, and knowing Kevin Peterson very well, he doesn't like to slog as soon as he comes in. He likes to get himself in, he likes to get himself set, and then he likes to provide the fireworks.
He likes to play leg side, Kevin Peterson.
And this is the reason why he's in. Praveen Kumar, what a lovely line and length. And you see the ball dying again on Dhoni, like it died on Trott. Trott made a mistake and couldn't quite hold on to it. It bobbled around in Dhoni's gloves, but that's the luxury of being a keeper, having the big gloves on.
It certainly helps for the wicketkeeper. This time the in-swinger. Have a man at short mid wicket for the flick.
They've also got a short, fine leg as well, which again just demonstrates how much homework the Indians have done on each individual batter. They haven't just gone on with a general plan saying this is where we're generally going to bowl. They've gone down each and every batter, and that will stem from Duncan Fletcher, because he's very, very methodical.
Get off the mark with that single, but as a bowler you think he's a good candidate, Kevin Peterson, for a leg before.
He says a good candidate for LB, but he's also a very high scorer through that mid-wicket region. He gets a big stride in, he moves across his crease, and he backs himself to hit it.
Kevin Peterson didn't play in the one-day series in England. Now back in the side, he was rested for the series against India. That's 8 for 1. That's gone fine. That'll be 4. Watches the ball till the very end. Kevin Peterson.
Just a little bit too straight. It's a fine line with Kevin Peterson. Got to be on off stump, anything off Mills, leg side to Kevin Peterson, and just managing to tuck it round the corner, beating the short fine leg, who's one of the mandatory catches, which is, I think, a very good ploy from the Indian bowlers.
Edge. Third man was very square. It's a boundary to start the over.
And although I like the thinking from the Indians, having a catcher at fine leg, Kevin Peterson's only just got in, got a new ball, he's vulnerable. It wouldn't have carried to a first slip, but it's heartbreaking for a bowler when you know you've beaten the batter, and all you can see for yourself and for your troubles is 4 runs next to your score on the scorecard.
Again giving the charge, and a deep square leg, just a single. Play for the same team, Praveen Kumar and Kevin Peterson in the Indian Premier League. First couple of seasons, the Royal Challengers Bengaluru. still friendly.
Still friendly. I'm sure there'll be a little jive underneath there saying you lucky batsman, you. And Alistair Cook still to get off the mark. Seven balls he's faced. He'll be wanting to get off the mark to settle his nerves.
That's a fluid way to get out the mark. Lovely use of the bottom hand, and like you mentioned, very strong on the leg side.
Picked up the length beautiful. That was on off stump. It was just a little bit too short. Kumar on that. This sort of wicket is pace. You've got to be immaculate with your length, and he's picked that up fantastically well, and he's timed it very well. No chance for the fielder. That's a better length. Getting Alistair Cook coming forward. Very hard to time the ball on this wicket when you get them forward and it's not a half volley. You don't know what the bounce is going to do. You don't know how quick it's coming off the surface. And with the field, you've got two men on the drive. You have to get him going forward and hitting on the offside.
That's hammered away. Short and wide. Too easy for somebody as good as Alistair Cook.
Very experienced bowler, just getting his length slightly wrong again. Just too short. And again with no great swing. Trying to go across him. It's bread and butter that for Alistair Cook. Very strong off the back foot. Both sides of the wicket. And he knows that that was a bad ball. Got to get him coming forward, hitting his field.
"13 runs coming in this over. Be more runs. At least a couple. Excellent running between the wickets. With 3 to end the over. 29 for 1.
It looked like a slower ball and another dot. So he's on top here, and Peterson's ploy of walking down isn't really paying off at the moment.
I asked him that in England. Why does he keep running at the batsman? There you see the slow ball. Rolling his fingers over the seam, something which a lot of these bowlers do in modern day. Coming back to Kevin Peterson, asked him a lot at why does he use the feet all the time to the quicks. Just says he takes LBW out of the game, especially with guys who don't have much of pace. Somebody like Praveen Kumar plays differently in Australia, plays differently in South Africa, and different in England, the subcontinent. That's a good shot. That's his strength. Terrific bat speed. That'll get him 4 runs. A boundary to finish the over. 35 for 1. That's the boundary. Sixth 4 for England. Just to let you know, the 6th 4 for India came in the 24th over, rather the 25th over. India have used the conditions well. There you see Peterson. That's going to be close if it hits. That's a direct hit, and Peterson could be in trouble. Well, he's stunned that a few times, hit the mid-on, mid-off, and tried to take a single. Is he in trouble? Well, his body language doesn't seem to be very good. And the Indians are rejoicing. He's gone. There you see the bat behind the crease, and the bails are off, and Peterson's gone. England lose their 2nd wicket.
Ashwin, wonderful bit of fielding, direct hit from mid-on. A long walk back for Kevin Peterson. And the crowd celebrate.
There you see hit down to mid-on, firm push, and very good piece of fielding. He's done that before in the past. There have been occasions where he's been very, very close, but this time it was not his luck.
Pulled away over mid-wicket with the run out of Peterson. It got Alistair Cook, the England captain, back on strike. So the next ball's gone to the boundary. Jonathan Trott is the new batsman in.
That's a good shot. That's his strength. Short, not much of pace. That's gone to the boundary. England will have to be very careful that they don't lose too many wickets, especially before the spinners come on to bowl. That will be the key area in this game. If they play spin well, then they have a chance. Otherwise, it's going to be a big, big total. Jonathan Trott. A very good record for England in one-day cricket. 36 matches, an average of 51 with 300s. Had a very good series in Australia. 30 years of age, but these are going to be different conditions.
For sure, and the past is the past, but Jonathan Trott's had a wonderful year. The most one-day runs by anybody in the world this year. The fastest to 1,000 ODI runs as well. But this pitch, we haven't seen any batsman go straight in and really time it beautifully on the front foot driving. Here we're seeing Cook struggle with his driving, and here was Peterson struggling with his running. Ashwin, the fielder, didn't seem to get into a good position with his bat to extend, or in a position a few yards out to dive. But Ashwin will be pleased with that. You practice and practice, and when it comes off, enjoy it.
That's hit hard. Very good shot. 4 more to Alistair Cook. Second boundary of the over. First one short, pulled over mid-wicket, and the next one hit through the covers. Boundary to finish the over.
And because Umesh Yadav tends to bowl at the right-hander's pads, he's got 2 fielders on the leg side. There's a deep fine leg and a deep square leg for Jonathan Trott, the right-hander. For the left-hander, of course, Umesh Yadav changes his angle, goes down the wicket. So he's got a deep square leg. He'll have to be very careful where he bowls, because the fine leg is in the 30-yard circle.
Good effort. And good as the Indians are throwing themselves around. That was Vinay Kumar there. They've already saved quite a few runs in the circle.
Well, I just got the impression that instead of the batsman getting thrown off by that mock throw by Virat Kohli, it was Vinay Kumar who slowed it down just a little bit. Good effort in the end. Yes, I think the Indian fielding certainly has been very, very good. Very energetic, very alert.
It's again to the right-hander, just struggling a bit with that line. It's drifting onto the pads. For the viewers who've just joined us, this is what happened earlier. 300 for 7 India. Started off slowly, but then a terrific recovery. First with that partnership between Kohli and Raina, then Raina Dhoni. That's in the air. On the bounce, third man in fact over him. Praveen Kumar was the man. Ball bouncing a little bit too much for him.
Once again, width given around the off stump by Umesh Yadav. There it is. And he loves to play the square cut. We've seen that in England. He plays that square cut well. This time, of course, didn't try to hit it along the ground. And it's gone over Praveen for a boundary. Not very funny for the bowler, who has a boundary against his name.
Walked away on the onside this time. 2 more to Alistair Cook. Mahendra Singh Dhoni was the star for India, and he batted beautifully. Paced his innings to a nicety. Took his time early on, and then some terrific shots towards the end of the innings. Typical Dhoni specials. He wants the single, will get it. 10 off the over. It's 80 for 2.
Current partnership 51 off 53 balls, and Alistair Cook being the main contributor there, 33 off just 28 balls. Jonathan Trott scoring at his sedate himself, 25 balls faced for his 17, but Jonathan Trott has been the best ODI batsman.
In the deep mid wicket comes into play, just the single.
And I think these two, if these two can get England to the 30th over, ticking along at just about 6s, keeping the run rate below 7s, then England are in with a big chance. They've still got the big hitters to come in. We've seen how India accelerated in the end of their innings. So, in the minute, England are well in this game, and we see a different angle of attack now by the bowler coming round the wicket to Alistair Cook, trying to cramp him up.
That's maybe this angle might actually work in favour of Cook, who likes the ball to come in, likes to play leg side.
He does, but in the power play, they're trying to close off half of the field. They're saying, right, then instead of bowling outside off stump, we're going to bowl everything coming into you. We've got 3 men patrolling the leg side boundary. We'll give you 1 off the legs, and we'll protect the boundary that way.
There's the angle. Half-hearted appeal would have gone down the leg side.
Billy Bowden not moved there. And he's hit that bit of inside edge. That's why they stifled the appeal and the anguish on Kumar's face.
Running the first one hard, and these are big boundaries. You will get to.
And as Dermot alluded to his earlier commentary, the square boundaries are bigger than the straight boundaries, and England persisted in trying to bowl full and straight to the likes of Dhoni, who kept on clearing the boundary. It'd have been interesting to see how he'd have played if they'd have put fine leg back and brought a mid off back and said, right, then we're going to bowl in at your hip, in at your chest, bit of slow ball bounces and make you hit to the bigger boundary.
Well, most teams now are getting used to the new playing conditions. We'll figure something out, how to bowl in the last 10 overs.
It'll be interesting because the captain and coach normally make the decision when you're going to take the power play. They'll have a discussion in the dugout. But what happens if Alistair Cook's still batting? He can't ask the opinion of the coach. Does he take it on himself and say, right, then I'm feeling good, ask my other batter, shall we take the power play now?
Again looking for 2. Gets to a well-deserved half-century here, the England captain.
And it's come at a good rate. He's 50 from 50 balls, 100% strike rate. And the original run rate is 6.02, so he's doing his job. He's still there, and he'll be looking to guide England all the way through and make sure that he's still there at the end. And be hoping that the players around him, like the Jonathan Trott, can play another anchor role. And then we've got the big hitters still to come in for India, like the Jonathan Bairstows, the Ravi Paparas. So it's still anybody's game at the moment.
This partnership doing well. 56 with just 58 balls. A change in field. The long on will come to mid-on. And a deep square leg. A single to end the over, 97 for 2. Leading run scorers in one-day internationals 2011 has been Jonathan Trott. Good commitment in the deep. Just pick up 2.
Almost like his knees got stuck. He slid early, went down early to get his body behind the line of the ball to make sure it doesn't get there. And he's gone down far too early. And he's got his knees stuck, and he did well in the end to stop that.
Big appeal from Jadeja. Billy Barrow not interested. Replays suggest that it's mighty close.
It'd be interesting to see what Hawkeye would have said if we had the referral systems in place.
It's taken the aerial route and deep mid wicket. It takes a very, very good catch. Not the easiest when the ball comes between the light pillars and the crowd. Vinay Kumar has just this catch to perfection.
That's exactly what India needed. Alistair Cook trying to push on, paying a big price for trying to go aerial. Can you say it was Jonathan Stroke going slowly at one end that made Alistair Cook have to hit out? But Alistair Cook gone for 60. It's 111 for 3.
So England losing a wicket at the wrong time, just as a partnership was building up. New man in, Ravi Bopara. Average very modest. Best of 96 versus India. That was recently. Looking for 2. Partha Patel the field in the deep. Easy 2 in the end.
And this is the wicket of Alistair Cook. Was the pressure telling to him? Try to go aerial, try to get the boundary. All he did was succeed, was picking out the fielder in the deep. Never easy underneath the lights, but Judge preferred perfect.
113 for 3. He's bowled in. He's been there for 41 deliveries, and Jadeja is not a big turner with the ball. He completely misses the line. The Trott's got to go for 26.
And for me, this is poor batting from Jonathan Trott. They were going well with Alistair Cook and Trott in. Alistair Cook got on. It was Trott's job to guide the side home and not get out and get everybody in back around him. He's gone for a big shot. It's 20. He's gone for 26. England are 120 for 4.
England losing their way a bit, losing a couple of quick wickets.
Not only the quick wickets, the two batsmen that were set and were in. Johnny Bairstow in his second game, 41 off, I think, 21 balls to win the game at Cardiff. Different situation coming in a packed house in India. A lot of pressure. And this is the wicket again. Big slog across the line. Not really watching where the ball is and getting bowled. England delighted that the leading run scorer in ODI cricket this year is out.
Yes, single. Very good over. This from Jadeja. 122 for 4.
The Indian posting at the total. He's gone. Caught and bowled. Another wicket down. Ravi Bopara chips it back to Ashwin. He's got a run out already. Now with the ball, he's playing his part. England collapsing. 124 for 5.
Well, this was bound to happen. There you see a slower delivery. Ashwin tossed it up. And a very good catch. Safe pair of hands. Change in pace. Defeated Bopara on the flight, on the speed. Bopara out for 8. England lose their 5th wicket.
New batsman for England, Samet Patel. Ashwin picked up the wicket off the last ball, so Patel's not on strike. Jadeja flighting the ball nicely, drifting it into the right-handers.
Well, for key for England would have been how they played the spin. And they've lost 3 wickets so far to the spinners, 2 to Jadeja and 1 to Ashwin. They have been the game changers for India. It's always going to be the challenge in subcontinent conditions, playing spin well. And England haven't done well so far. There you see the cotton bowled. A slower delivery, got deceived with the pace, with the flight. And a simple return catch to Ravichandran Ashwin.
Gone again, caught and bowled. It's not Ashwin, it's Jadeja picking up his 3rd wicket. Young Johnny Bairstow in only his 2nd match. Can't repeat the heroics of a couple of days ago, and he's on his way. England 126 for 6.
Well, you could see it coming. Spin. Wrong options, playing against the turn once again. There you see, playing on the onside. Just hit straight back to Jadeja. A simple catch. England lose their 6th wicket. Looking down the barrel, 126 for 6. England have lost the last 4 wickets for 17 runs in a span of 5 overs. Tim Bresnan in. Not a very good starter against spin. And England are looking down the barrel. End of the over, 126 for 6. He's bowled very well, Ashwin, a clever cricketer. There you see India's record at this ground. Hasn't had much success. Lost to Australia, twice to South Africa, and that's gone. That's stumped down the leg side, Tim Bresnan. It's a wide signal, but nevertheless he's got to go. Clever bowling once again, saw him coming down and fired it down the leg stump.
And very nonchalant from the Indian captain, MS Dhoni. Very smart bowling. Bresnan came a little bit early, and that's the beauty of a spinner who hasn't decided where he's going to bowl the ball until he sees the batsman move. And fired it down the leg side. And look at MS, very quickly across. Into those gloves, off come the bails. 7 down, England.
Simple stumping. Just collect it and hit the stumps. Very good bowling from Ashwin. Bresnan dismissed for 4. England 134 for 7. Graham Swan comes in. England 134 for 7, has lost the last 5 wickets very cheaply. 61 matches for him, has bowled very, very well. It's going to be a different kettle of fish batting. There you see pushed down to long off. 2nd wicket for Ashwin. There you see the wicket again. He saw him coming, just pushed it down the leg side, and an easy bit of work by MS Dhoni. He can be dismissed off a wide. Stumped. That's the carom ball again, the one which would go away from the right-hander.
Tremendous bowling, good footwork, and then the nonchalant. He just stood there, enjoyed the moment. Froze for the photographers.
That's for the photographers and the advertisers. Another good delivery, outside edge, tossed up. That'll go all the way. 4 more to Swan. A very good delivery once again from Ashwin. Just tossed it up, varied his pace. There you see the slow one. Not the carom ball, but the one which comes out slow from the hand of the bowler, deceiving him off Swan with the pace.
But it's not an off break, is it? It doesn't turn like the cannonball, the leg break, but comes out slow and just perhaps bounces a little bit more. It's like a top spinner.
Well, England looking down the barrel at the Vishaka cricket ground in Hyderabad. India at this stage were 126 for 4. Punched down to mid-wicket for a single. End of the over, 141 for 7. Because India needs space. That's a good length.
Looks to have shortened his run from. I saw him play a game. It was actually a practice match against Maharashtra where he ran in definitely further than he is now and bowled with good pace just in this warm-up game. He has clocked up at 90 miles an hour before.
He's a good death bowler as well. He can bowl full and straight, and that's what he's done so far. There you see a slog from Graham Swan. The options taken by England. We saw the slog sweep from Jonathan Trott against the left armour, and there you see Swan again trying to heave it over mid-wicket. And if you watch the way that likes of Dhoni's and Raina has played, there you see the slog across the line on a pitch which is uneven. It's always a dangerous option.
But he's bowled length. The ball stayed low off length. He hasn't gone for the Yorker and missed it. And MS is one of the hardest fellas in the world, if not the hardest, to bowl Yorkers to. He's gone, bowled him, stayed a bit low. Swan looks at the pitch and Yadav celebrates. 81 miles an hour, hit the pitch hard, let the pitch and its unevenness work in your favour. Swan departs, it's nearly all over.
There you see, keeping low. But look at the intentions. Nowhere in line to the delivery, Graham Swan. Allowing the ball to get through and hit the stumps. Very good bowling from Yadav. Swan dismissed for 8, England 148 for 8. Stephen Finn in. The number 9 batsman for England, the number 10 batsman for England. But turned back, the last man to come after this. Well, it's gone one way in this game. England still need 153 to win, and that's beyond them. 7 matches. Nothing much to write about with the bat. A 35 against Australia in Brisbane. And in completely alien conditions. Trying to bowl a Yorker, full toss, hit through mid-wicket. A good bit of work by Virat Kohli. The Indians have fielded very well. They've looked terrific on the field. They've dived around, young legs. There you see the last delivery. Graham Swan had no clue. Got done with the bounce and also with the lack of footwork.
And why weren't England bowling that length to MS Dhoni? They were trying for the Yorker, bowling half volleys and made it easy, but he did play well. Big shout.
Was there an inside edge? Was there an inside edge? That one kept low again. There you see great seam position. That was very close. Can't understand the reason why it wasn't out if there was no inside edge.
Back live, and that's a cleaner. Heave across the line. The off-peg knocked back. And it's all over bar the shouting.
Very similar to Swan, no real bounce. Patel normally goes to the offside, ugly heave across the line. He departs for 16, England 163 for 9.
So 163 for 9. Last man coming out to the centre. Turn back. Well, this is an early eye-opener for England, playing in Indian conditions. It's 163 for 9. That's a good hit. Into the crowd for 6. And the first 6 of this England innings.
Yeah, Stephen Finn giving it the full treatment. He's middle that, and there's nothing better than a tail ender to launch a ball into the crowd.
So Ashwin here into his 9th over. It's all over. A wild heave, the batsman misses, the bowler hits the stumps, and it is a comprehensive win here for India. They've beaten England by 127 runs, their second biggest win against England ever. And a big crowd here thoroughly enjoying this performance. So the Indian team, they'll be mighty pleased with this effort after the recent happenings, especially in England. And they'll feel that they've started the home leg on a good note.
Story of the first one international here in the Airtel India-England series. India winning the toss and deciding to bat first. Got a mammoth score on this pitch, 300 for 7. Contributions of 87 not out from Dhoni. Ryan also doing well. Usman was the pick of the bowlers for England. England in reply bowled out for 174 runs. India winning by 126 runs.